Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. Today is May 2nd, 2022, and today is Monday morning. So welcome back, everybody. And the highlights of the day, U.S. markets continue to tumble to major support going back to February time. Now we're going to look at the major economic events of the day today at 4 p.m. South African time. Out of the United States, we have ISM Manufacturing PMI numbers coming out. Now, looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the major pairs are on their support lows. We're going to take a look at that. And the indices, Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, had this major sell-off last week, and it continues. Now, gold struggles when we look at commodities, while oil pretty much steady. In terms of the stocks, the sell-off continued across the board. Specifically, Amazon hit really hard. Big gap down to 2,400. Now we're looking at cryptocurrencies also, where Bitcoin slightly gains today. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to first take a look at a weekly chart, a monthly chart, of the Euro USD. And on all intents and purposes, you can see that we are trading on major support here at this 105.19-ish level. Okay, so a couple of things you need to make sure here and keep this in mind. The markets are trading in congruency, which means that they are all trading together. The Dow Jones is selling off, the dollar is getting stronger, and the euro is getting weaker. And it's all happening at one time. That is when the market is really trading. Okay, that is real character, and you can anticipate future results. So you got to keep an eye out on all of them, really, on all the currencies and all the markets to really see that this is coming through across the board. Okay, the slightest deviation from one of these markets will make a major impact, okay, in the direction where we're going. So looking at the GBP USD, also trading on its lows here at 125. The Aussie US dollar also retracing quite a lot here, finally catching up to the rest of the major pairs and looking at a daily back to 70.5. Now looking at commodities, gold retracing just a little bit to 1887. That's pretty much just a sideways kind of trade right now. Looking at oil, steady at 103, not hitting that 107 again, but then again, it's not selling off quite majorly. Okay, so this is just a very slight downwards momentum. Okay, if we look at a longer time frame, the daily, you can see we're still pretty much in this kind of wedge formation. Okay, but still a little bit more aggressive to the upside, I would say, than to the downside. Now, jumping into the U.S. markets, let's look at the Dow Jones trading right now at 33,037. And you can see this massive sell-off that we had over the past week and a half. 35,500 is where we got to, high of 36,000, and we have a low here of 33,000. Now, we are at this space. Now, there's a lot coming up this week, including the Federal Reserve having a FOMC statement later this week. So that's a major news. So, I mean, on the downside, our support is 33,400-ish level. Okay, if we look at a weekly chart, if we breach that, if we breach this area, we could go back down to the 31,500-ish level. Okay, that's really how much further we could sell off if this does sell off to these type of intervals. All right, so keep that in mind. Looking at the NASDAQ, also traded lower. If we look at a weekly, it's there. Okay, right there at 12,646. Now you got to keep an eye out on the major stocks. Okay, if we look at Apple, it did retrace last week. Microsoft also retraced quite significantly last week. Amazon, look at this gap down and sell off. I mean, this has not been the case for quite some time. Look at that. Okay, that's a major area for Amazon to actually break. Amazon can get to the 2100 as well. Looking at Tesla, did retrace. Now, this is an important piece of information. Elon Musk sold inside shares of Tesla. Okay, that means 6 months ago, he had to file in order to sell these stocks. He's selling them at $800, $900. He knows something about something. Okay, so if he's, cashing out at these levels, that might be an indication, that the stocks are going to go further down. JP Morgan hits new lows for the year, 119. You could see that, and that's also a major retracement there. Next real level is 105. Okay, so this could still get there. Looking lastly at Bitcoin, trading at 38,947, just hitting 39,000 this morning and just shying away from it. But it's buoyant. Okay, is it still in a downwards momentum? Yes. But does it have a little bit of a support at 37,600? Yes, as well. So that is happening still, okay, as this is still unfolding. So lots to look forward to this week. Wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.